Hey guys, what's going on? This is Yatrava here, and in this video we're going to look at the Stripe plugin for Better Auth. So the Stripe plugin makes it way more easier for you to handle subscriptions in your app if you're using Better Auth. So Better Auth handles all of the complexities. You just need to pass in the webhook secret. You just need to set up the webhooks properly in the Stripe dashboard. You also need to just only create the products into the Stripe dashboard itself, and Better Auth will handle the rest. You don't need to even configure the webhooks inside your application. Better Auth will handle that, and you also don't need to handle all the database stuff. You don't need to provision the user with all the features. Better Auth will do that for you in the webhook part itself. So this is a big quality of life improvement if you're like already using Better Auth and you want to integrate Stripe for subscription in your application. So in this video we are going to look at the plugin itself, and we are going to see how you can use it. We are also going to look at the documentation, and yeah, let's go. Alright, so we are on the Stripe plugin documentation on the Better Auth documentation. It says the Stripe plugin integrates Stripe payment and subscription functionality with Better Auth. Since payment and authentication are often tightly coupled, this plugin simplifies the integration of Stripe into your application, handling customers' creation, subscription management, and webhook processing. Now this is the most important part. All the features, like they are listed here. It says create Stripe customers automatically when users sign up. It is very important. Like for every purchase you should have a Stripe customer attached to it. You should not just create a purchase like that. And then you have managed subscription plans and pricing, process subscription lifecycle events, handle Stripe webhook securely with signature verification, expose subscription data to your application, support for trial periods, flexible reference system to associate subscriptions with users or organizations, team subscription support with seat management. So like if you are deep into the Better Auth ecosystem, this is going to be way easier for you to integrate and whatever capacity you want to. So yeah, let's get started. It says installation. First install plugin, but before we go, I just want to show you that I already have this Better Auth demo instance created on an XGS application. If you want to know how you can use Better Auth, like how you can use Better Auth in your application, I have already created a video on it, and the link should be in the description below. So just go watch it if you don't already know how to set up Better Auth. Basically, we just have this simple page, nothing crazy right here. We just click on sign in with Google, and it takes some time, and then we will go to the Google sign in page, and I'm just gonna sign in. And it's gonna take me back to my website, and just gonna have a simple logout button. If I press the logout button, I'm gonna get logged out and sent back here. So nothing crazy, it's just basic Better Auth instance with Drizzle ORM with SQLite. I'm using Terso behind the scenes. So yeah, I like to use Terso for tutorials. Now let's install this package. I'm gonna switch to Bun because Bun is the favorite. And now let's just install this. So I'm just gonna say, oh, I can just paste the command. Okay, resolving. Perfect. Now I can simply do bun dev again, and next thing we need to do, oh, we also need to install this. I probably should not be doing this. Yeah, and then we need to add the plugin there. So I can simply, like, first of all we need to have these imports, and we need to have Stripe client. All right, so we're just gonna copy this, and we're gonna go here and paste it. We have now imported Stripe plugin from Better Auth, and we have also imported Stripe from Stripe, and now we need to pass in the Stripe secret key. So I'm just gonna go here. If we go to home, you will be able to see all of your stuff here. I'm just gonna click on copy here. I'm gonna change this later, so don't you worry about it. You know what? I'm not gonna do this. I have other environment variables here, so I don't want to expose this. I'll be back. Alright, so I added my Stripe secret key to my environment variables, and now we just need to add the plugin here. So if we go back and we can find the code for the plugin, we just need to add it to the plugins array. So let's just do that right now. Where are the plugins? Here. I can just paste this and save this to format this properly. Now we have the Stripe client, which is this one. It's getting passed here. Then we have Stripe webhook secret which we need to create, and then we have create customer on sign up. So this is a boolean value, so if you set it to false, this plugin will not create a Stripe customer for each user signed up through your website using Better Auth. So I like to keep this true because like it's convenient. Why would you keep this to false anyways? Now let's go to Stripe and let's go to developers and let's go to webhooks. I already do have webhooks here for some different projects, but I'm gonna create this for Better Auth. I'm also gonna have Better Auth test here so that I can later change that. So first of all, we also need to we have all the code. We need to also add the client plugin, but I need to see the webhook thing here. So create a webhook endpoint in your Stripe dashboard pointing to this. So I'm just gonna copy this. It's basically not this. I'm just gonna copy it /API/auth/stripe/webhook. So this is an Better Auth defined URL which we don't need to configure ourselves. So how do I get the endpoint? Basically, you just go here to your terminal and you just run ngrok http 3000. You might need to install ngrok CLI, but this basically creates a tunnel so that you can try webhooks and stuff on local development. So I'm just creating a tunnel towards my port 3000, and now I can simply copy this URL and I'm gonna resize. Okay, I probably didn't copy this properly. I'm gonna go back here, paste this, and now I'm gonna go to my clipboard and paste this. Perfect. And now we should be done. Now I'm just gonna select events. For convenience, I'm just gonna do select all events. They do have which events they need there, but I don't care. We can simply do this and get away with it. Now we can simply click on add endpoint and it should just work, waiting for events. Perfect. And now okay, this whatever, let's go back here and now we can simply do bun dev again. Hopefully we probably do need to run the migration command, but first let's also go to the auth client.ts file and also add the Stripe client thing there. So if you are using front end, you also need to add it here. So if you're using like something Vite or something like that, if you're using Next, it's pretty straightforward. You also gonna have an auth client.ts file here. But yeah, let's also copy the import line here. Perfect. Now we can simply run the migrate generate command. So I'm using SQLite, so I need to generate and push the changes myself. So let's do that right now. I'm gonna do bunx better auth CLI generate. Yes, I do want to generate. Alright, and now I can simply go ahead and drag this towards my schema, and I'm just going to replace the older one. Let's see if everything is right. There are a few errors here, which they just need to be in double quotes. I don't know why it happens sometimes, but it's a silly mistake. I don't like, most likely because I'm using ton of plugins, that's why. And I also have removed plugins in the past, maybe that's why it's getting confused. But if you're facing any errors, it's because of the double quotes. So just add those there and it will be just gone. Everything should be working now, so I'm just gonna run bun dev for one last time. Now let's check the documentation for anything else. Usage, have we missed anything? We haven't. Okay, all right, perfect. Now we can simply go to the usage, customer management. You can do on customer create. So if there is something you want to do after you create a customer, if you console log it out, you can do it. We will do it right now. You know what, I'm gonna paste it so that you can understand that it's actually trying to create a user. And now we don't need to do this. Like if you want to like change the parameters like metadata and stuff, you can do this, but you probably don't need to do that. Now we need to go to the subscription management. First of all, you need to define the actual plans in your application. So how is it going? So first you give it a name, the name of the plan. It will be automatically lowercase when storing in the database. price ID, get the price ID from Stripe. Annual discount price ID, it is optional. And then you have limits here, so you can define custom limits. This can be any key value thing. So yeah, then you have dynamic plans if you want to do that. But yeah, we can simply move ahead with this one. Let's go to Stripe dashboard and go to product catalog, and we're gonna create a new product. So I'm just gonna say it's first plan is pro plan, and this is going to be recurring. It's going to be $20 a month. Add product. If you want, you can also configure annual, but I don't really want to do it. And I'm also going to create a new Pro Max one. So Pro Max plan, and this is going to be 200. Straight up tearing pages from the OpenAI's book. You know. Yeah, now we can simply just copy the price IDs. How do I do that? Let's go to Pro. I don't like how back works in Safari, by the way. Is there a way? Yeah, I can simply just copy the price ID. So if you have other prices for the same plan, you can add those here and use those in BetterAuth as well, which is a pretty handy feature, you know. Now what you need to do is you need to just go to subscription, enable it, and then have plans. So we are going to do that. Subscription, first of all, it needs to be enabled, and then plans. This is going to be an array. The first is going to be, we have a name. This is going to be saved in the database. So yeah, and now we are going to have a price ID. You can put this into an environment variable if you really want to, like, have a development environment as well. Like, I don't care for this video, it's just fine. What else do we need? Annual discount we are not gonna do in this video. We need limits, so let's add limits. Let's pretend this is a chat app, and I'm just gonna say that we have premium messages as 500 and normal messages as 1000. And now we can simply create another one. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Oops. And now I'm just gonna say Pro Max, and I'm just gonna change it later, but for we are just gonna say premium is going to be 1000 and normal is going to be like 2000. I think it's not fair. Let's give it 10,000 and 20,000. At this point we are charging $200 for a chat app, so yeah. Okay, so let's just copy the price ID from here and paste it here. Again, you probably should be doing this in an environment variable and not here, or maybe just trying to be pulling from a database or from a Redis instance. But yeah, this is done. What are the next steps? We don't need dynamic pricing, but if you have some kind of logic which states how much we are going to charge per user, you probably should be using dynamic pricing, but I'm not really a big fan of it. If you have clear subscription plans, you just deal with just add the product in the Stripe dashboard. Now, creating a subscription, we are gonna have these things. If you're using organization and stuff, you can do that. We are not, but I really recommend that you just go and check this documentation. If you have some kind of different requirements, the documentation is really good. They have a lot of different things here, and now we can simply do that. But first of all, I want to generate a UI for this. So we are using cursor. I'm just gonna go to the page.tsx. This is where we have the logout button. I'm just gonna open my assistant, and I'm just gonna set the model to Claude 3.7 Sonnet, and I'm just gonna say create an aesthetically pleasing pricing page where the pro the pro plan is $20 and Pro Max plan is $200. Let's just also go and find out what were the limits we set. So Pro plan gets 500 premium messages and 1000 normal. Pro Max gets 500 not 500 10,000 premium and 20,000 normal. Make a buy now button and add an on. Let me just see, is this a server? No, this is a client dot, so I can simply do client dot. So and add an on click so that I can take it over from there. Make the UI really good. So I don't like to create these UIs myself, like I'm really bad at those and I really don't want to bother doing this, so I just ask it to do this. Yeah, it is doing it in the right page. I was worried for a bit because I was in the auth.ts file. Let's see what it does. Alright, so I had to take it over because it went completely different ramble direction. It just started to do its own stuff. I don't really like this model anymore, but here we are. We have two pricing cards here, and then we can just pass in an on-click function which we can implement ourselves. So I'm just gonna name it handle pro, and I'm just gonna say handle pro max. I wanna keep it simple. I don't wanna put everything in just one function. But yeah, now we have two different functions, and now let's see what we should be doing with this. How do we create a subscription? So we do await client subscription dot upgrade. So here we can simply just pass in some stuff. We don't need to pass in the last three because these are for annual and team plans, but we only need to pass in the plans here. So yeah, now we can simply do await. Auth client dot what was that again, subscription dot upgrade. I'm sorry, my mic is struggling with all of this. But yeah, now we can just say plan is going to be pro, and what's the next thing we need? Success URL. It's gonna be the same, and the cancel URL is gonna be the same. You can configure that if you want to. What's wrong here? It should not be wrong, right? Oh, we have forgotten a comma. Now we can simply do the same for Pro Max, and yeah, let's do that. Pro Max, perfect. Now we can simply just do the upgrade stuff, but we need a way to find out the active subscriptions. So we can simply do subscriptions.find. Oh, so they have this handy method, so we can simply do something like this in an use effect. I don't recommend using a use effect, but it's fine for this tutorial itself. I can simply paste this, and I can simply do something like this. Actually, you know what, I can simply just check subscription, create a function called as check subscriptions. Oops, I need to paste this here, and this should be check subscription. And now we also need to, this should be auth client. We need to have some state so that we can do some stuff. So it is possibly null. Alright, so what should we do about this? Okay, so if subscriptions, then return. So now this should work. And what's the problem here? Limits does not exist. Okay, so what does exist here? Oh, so yeah, we can simply target the first subscription, and we can simply do limits dot, and they don't have the type safety thing here, so we probably just need to go and check what we had. We had premium and normal, so let's do that. Premium messages and normal messages. And yeah, we can simply just console log them out. We also need to put everything in the state, so we can simply do const premium messages, normal messages, and even we are also going to have the plan. So const plan set plan, and we can simply do use state, and just gonna leave this empty for now. Yeah, perfect. And now we can simply set the states here. Yeah, perfect. There is something wrong. There's something wrong. Can we also configure free stuff? Like, is there a way for me to configure a free plan here? Interesting. So there isn't one. Let me search for free plan. There's only one free. So there is a free trial thing, but there is no free plan thing. I guess Better Auth could really benefit from a free plan configuration, but for now we can simply say yeah, other than if it's not, we can just simply do something like this. Yeah, if you are having a free tier, you probably need to configure it in a certain different way, which I don't think is really convenient in my opinion, but hey, like they can update it whenever they want to. So now what we also need to do, we also need to pass in actually, you know what, we won't change the button itself, but we will create a new div and we'll just display everything. Current plan. Alright, so now let's just go back. This is a very sluggish application. This I would never wish my enemy to even try this. Like, we have use effects and stuff which is like super inefficient. We haven't even done proper checks and stuff. The type safety is out of the box. So yeah, first let's just buy the pro one and let's see what happens. We don't have the loading state yet, but I have already created I have already clicked on the button. Something is happening. It's loading, I can see that, but where's the terminal? It says that 500 subscription was not found in the schema object. Yeah, we need to actually add that here. So let's go to the auth here, and we need to actually add that schema here. So yeah, we need to actually import this as well. Not from here, but in the schema thing. So subscription, I hope that's it. That's not okay. Verification, account, session, user. Is it not done properly? There's some problem with the database itself, but let me find out what's the deal here. Yeah, we probably should be adding this manually, I guess. Now, is there a way for me to copy the drizzle thing? No, there is not. Great. I'm gonna try generating once more. Let's see what happens. Do you want to use this? Yes, I would. And now let's see if there is something for subscriptions here. Yeah, we do. Perfect. Now let's just remove all of these things. Maybe we didn't include the Stripe plugin before, maybe that's why it was breaking, but now it should just work fine. We are just gonna paste it in and replace the older schema, and now we should be able to just move on. And we also need to do bundb push so that our database is up to date with the latest schema changes. Let's wait for this, and then we can go back and try things out. So now we are just gonna do the pro plan again. Upgrade, the request is sent. Let's see what happens. Taking a while. Okay, now we are on Stripe checkout. Now we can simply do card, and we can simply just put the test details. and yeah, I can have some random dude purchaser, I guess, and I'm just gonna click on subscribe. Let's wait and see what happens. Processing. Should not take a lot of time though. Yeah, now we should be redirected back to our page here, and it says pro, it says 500 and 1000, and now we probably should be able to upgrade to Pro Max right now. Let's see how it handles the pricing stuff. Will it ask us to, yeah, it's going to ask us to pay 200. So if you haven't seen my Clerk video, Clerk handles this very gracefully. If you are like trying to upgrade from a smaller plan to a bigger plan, they actually reduce the price itself and makes it more graceful. But let's see like if this works or not. Let's do this. Like Clerk really handles it really well, but I am pretty sure BetterAuth can do that as well. Let's see. Or maybe it's something that I can change on the Stripe side of thing. Or maybe I just like this is going to be a second subscription and it's gonna, yeah, I think it's gonna still say Pro. Yeah, I am sure about it. You know why? Because it gave us 2 subscriptions, and that is the thing that BetterAuth cannot help you with. You gotta set that in the Stripe settings. But if we change this back to like let's go back to our dashboard. Actually, let's go to customers. We have some random dude purchaser, and now if we go inside and select, yeah, we have 2 subscriptions. If we just cancel the Pro one, I'm just gonna no refund, I'm just gonna cancel this immediately. Yes, so now maybe we should be able to see Pro Max here. Let's see. It still says Pro, which is a little confusing, you know. Yeah, maybe we should have enabled the thing where it only allows us to create 1 subscription at a time. Delete subscription. Okay, is there a way I can actually do something about this? No, I don't want to block, but it says that Pro Max is active, but why does it say it's Pro? Is it because that for the billing period it's supposed to be showing Pro? Because we are on Pro Max right now. So yeah, I also did cancel immediately. Why is it showing the same thing? I'm gonna, yeah, it still says Pro, which is a little confusing in my opinion. I found the error. It is something we ignored before very conveniently. It is the Stripe webhook secret. So we just cancelled the subscription, but we actually like our application never got to know about that because we didn't have a Stripe webhook secret. So we probably should do that and resend the event to see. Yeah, that was completely my bad. That is not something on Stripe itself, but yeah, which was it though? Is it this? Okay, let me just check which was it. It's 26CA. Yeah, this one. We need to have the signing secret. We're just gonna copy this and I'm just gonna paste it here. I'll be back. Alright, I pasted that in my environment variables, but now we need to resend all of these things. So how do I just resend every failed event? Is there a way for me to just like resend like all the failed events? Maybe I should just resend this, resend the invoice paid, updated, finalized, created, paymenting succeeded. I probably should be sending that in an order, but whatever. Let's see if it's working now. Please work. Okay, so we don't have anything. We don't have anything right now. We have a list here, but we have absolutely nothing. We did have Pro Max, right? Yeah, we are gonna resend these events and see. Yeah, that was my problem. If nothing, we are just gonna try this out again. So don't be like me. Always add your webhook secret. Let's go to customer, and it should not be this video should not have been too long. Like, I could probably just go and cut the video short, but I just want to show you where I went wrong, and I think it's only fair for me to do so. So yeah, just cancel the subscription, and I'm just gonna try to buy this again, Pro Max. Yeah, hopefully this works now. Some random dude purchaser, subscribe, let's see. I'm nervous. It might work, it might not work. Let's see. Okay, payment successful. Can we see Pro Max now? Yes, we do see Pro Max. Finally. So it was the webhook. After all, it was just the webhook thing. So don't forget to put webhook signing secret in your environment variable. It's very easy to forget. I knew we had to do it. I even told you that we had to do it, but we didn't do it. So everything fell apart, and like, your customers are going to be angry at you that why is your website not working when they purchase your subscription. So you, like, adding your webhook thing is really important. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys learned something new, especially from my mistakes. Like, that was a very embarrassing mistake, and it took me a lot of time to figure out what was wrong, but it finally worked. And you saw it, apart from my mistakes, how it is easy to set up payments using BetterAuth and Stripe plugin, and how you can use it to sell subscriptions for your application, and while still being in the Better Auth ecosystem. I think the ecosystem is really strong with the addition of plugins, and it's only going to grow bigger now. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button, and just leave some comment what you thought about, like, my blunder, or if there are any more suggestions for me to create on videos on this channel, please let me know. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.